Hello, Ayman Mullah and Shaila Rachanor. Come in video mode. Shaila Rachanor, Ayman Mullah. Come in video mode. All have to come in video mode. Shaila Rachanor. Hello. Dhanastri Bide. Dhanastri Bide. Come in video mode. Dhanastri. Yeah. Unmute your speaker, Dhanastri.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah. Now I want to start my service marketing class today. That is, let's started that your first unit. Where I stopped in last class, Dhanasri?
Yes, sir. I'll see the slides, sir.
Variants of service triangle. Triangle I completed, na?
Yes, sir.
Service triangle. Then internal marketing also I completed.
Yes, sir.
External marketing, interactive marketing, and model also. Gap 1, gap 2.
Yes, sir. This is also completed.
Yes. Factors influencing consumer behavior.
Completed.
Customer decision making process also completed. Service encounter. Service encounter is also completed, na?
Yes, sir.
Two levels of expectations like desired service expectations and adequate service expectations also over. Then
Yes, sir.
today I want to start this width of tolerance zone. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. In this zone of tolerance, very, very important for your exam point of view. That is, all have to come in video mode, please. All have to come in video mode. Shaila Rachanaur and Pragati Chaudhary. All have to come in video mode. Yeah. Shaila Rachanaur. Okay. As per according to your knowledge, tell me, what's it exactly the zone of tolerance, Pragati? Yes, zone of tolerance means what? I already explained. It is the relationship between two particular points. That is
Desired
desired service
level and
encounter and adequate service expectations. Then zone of tolerance means what exactly?
so it is the difference between two level, that is desired service expectation and adequate service expectation.
True. Then what's that exactly the zone of tolerance is? Means as a service marketing manager,
Good.
you need to take care about both the particular levels, so you can manage. You have to manage. That is your duty to maintain both, right? So that's coming into the zone of
Yes, sir.
tolerance, like the difference between upper and lower end of the uh, range of possible customer expectations is an important strategic consideration in managing customer satisfaction. So for the purpose to satisfy your end users, you need to manage both that desired and what is it? One more is adequate service expectations
Adequate.
of the end users. Marketers often refer to the upper end expectations is desired performance expectations. Actually, what customers want and what customers are willing to accept. If there is a want by the customers, as a provider, you need to maintain their expectancies. You need to identify the proper expectancies of the customers. Once you identify the expectations of the customer, you need to maintain that, okay, quality of that services to the end user. Once there is a quality, then they will willing to accept that such a kind of services by the providers. So that's called as zone of tolerance. The extent of the difference between desired and adequate performance is called as zone of tolerance. Okay. Then now the next point is, I already mentioned one diagram here. What is exactly zone of tolerance? This is very, very important for your exam point of view. They will ask you a 7-mark question. That is, what is the zone of tolerance? They will ask 3 marks and explain in detail the concept of zone of tolerance. So, zone of tolerance, that definition or explanation you need to give, and these two parts, especially zone of tolerance related to the desired service and adequate services, you need to explain what is the difference between these two, and what you are going to give that by within these two, the quality of services to end user. That's called as zone of tolerance. So zone of tolerance is nothing but it is the relationship between two. You know that. Then what's the width of tolerance zone? Width. The width of the zone of tolerance represents the degree to which customers recognize and are willing to accept variability in performance, like what kind of value to the services, what kind of quality is there while you are going to give such a kind of services. Maybe desired service is also there and adequate service is also there. By analyzing these two, okay, width in the sense how much you are going to maintain such a kind of value, dignity in the society, quality of your service, okay, to the end user, whether they are satisfied or no. These all are the major points that are coming under the zone of tolerance only. So by analyzing these all points, okay, what you are going to maintain such a kind of value, dignity, quality of service, that's coming under the tolerance width or width of tolerance zones. Means how much you are aware about what kind of particular principles you are going to implement for your organization, especially to the service sector. How you are going to implementing those such a kind of principles related to the value, related to the quality, related to the principles, related to the this one time delivery, everything. So that's called as width of tolerance zone. Then what is that exactly? The height of tolerance zone is, it is somewhat narrow. The difference between want customers, what actually the customers want, and what they are willing to accept is also a narrow. Maybe as per according to their expectations, maybe there is a quality of services given by the providers is good. Okay, then no problem. And as per according to their expectations are too high, but the quality of service is somewhat less. Means what is the exactly? The thing is only this much, means there is no any such a kind of quality is given by the service provider. So that's somewhat narrow. This means that the marketer will have a relatively more difficult time matching performance to consumer expectations. Hence, customer satisfaction is harder to achieve when the zone of tolerance is narrow. If there is no any quality of the services given by provider to the end user, then it's somewhat narrow in nature. Conversely, customer satisfaction is relatively easier to achieve when the zone of tolerance is wide. When there is a wide tolerance zone, then there is a customer satisfaction. But if the expectations are more high from the end users, means that is somewhat narrow. So in this instances, the marketer's hurdle is lower and the satisfaction targets are easier to hit. Delighting the customer by exceeding desired expectations is an exceedingly difficult task for any marketer. For the purpose to maintain, okay, any service organizations, it is very harder to achieve, very difficult to achieve the customer's expectations. That's why these are the major two differences between the width of tolerance zone and height of tolerance zone. Here, in width of tolerance zone, maybe the whatever service is provided by you people as a service organization, you are believing quality of service, maybe you are believing the value of service, maybe you are believing customer satisfaction, maybe before going to ask, before customer expectations, means you are all the service organization people, you are the provider, you are going to provide such a kind of all the services to the end user, then they will become satisfied. That's what that is width. So height is expectations are more by the end users, but you are not going to give such a kind of expectations, means here the expectations are somewhat, the zone is somewhat narrow here. So this is the difference between width of tolerance zone and height of tolerance zone. So then coming to next point, that is customer perception of services. Very, very important for your exam point of view. They will ask perception. Now I want to ask one simple question to Pragati. What is it exactly in general? This is one of the HR word. Okay. What is that exactly perception according to your view? Perception means what?
So, perception is what we think it may happen. We perceive things like that. So, ऐसा है तो ऐसा होगा types. So,
That's
if it
what
is
I am
like this, then it
asking.
will become like this. Mhm.
Correct. That's correct. But perception means what exactly according to you?
Um,
Yes.
so,
All have to come in video mode.
perception.
Jasvina, 1 minute. Huh? I'll come back to
Yes.
you. Yeah, perception means what? See, perception is from one person to another
What-
person. Take an example. Any end user perception is different. Maybe any common person perception is different. Okay, especially to the customer. Customer perceptions are totally different to take such a kind of services from one service organization to another service organization. Okay, you believe or not, I don't know. But the thing is, for the purpose to maintain your service sector, for the purpose to maintain the quality and value to your service organization, you need to analyze the customer perception. See, customer expectations are totally depend on the how they perceive towards any service organization. Okay, how they pursue related to the quality of service organization. So now tell me, Jaswina, what that exactly the perception means?
So the same thing that you said, how we perceive. Now take the example of this oxygen. Okay, I bought this oxygen
Yes.
for a standby. I perceive that in an emergency situation, this 500 oxygen rupees, I can take him to the car without
No,
an
no, don't give
ambulance.
me
So this is
example.
my
No, 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 no,
perception.
no. What I'm asking you, Jaswina, don't give me example. Okay, but the thing is,
What I feel, what a customer feels is perception. I
feeling
may
is very
feel
interesting.
differently.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what we
satisfaction.
feel, what we feel, what we think, what we aware, what are the values we know, okay, what are the qualities we know, that is
Yes, sir.
perception.
Yes, sir.
This is totally depend on the how we think ourselves. Take an example. MB Patil lecture is very effective. Take an example. Some people they believe in, yes, MB Patil lecture is very good. Again, some people what they think that is very bad. Some people they believe that is medium, too high, too low. That's depend on one person to another person, how they think. Suppose take an example, okay, one boy and girl sitting in the this one garden. There is some there is side, there is a one road is there. Right? Then all are used to go to reach another place. They used to same road. Okay, so one person, both boy and girl is there in the garden. Take an example. Okay, some person will come there and they are going to think like, yes, both boy and girl they are sitting. There is no my role. Second person will come there and think like lovers are sitting. Then third person, okay, they're sitting. That's none of my business. They will go to reach their particular destiny. Okay. Then a fourth person, that person is not going to see there also. The thing is why I'm telling, see, depend on how you are going to test yourself, how you are going to suppose take an example, how you are going to test it, how you are going to smell it, how you are going to see it, how you are going to touch that, how you are going to feel exactly. Okay, see, these all are depend on your cognitivism again. These all are again depend on your cognitivism. These all are depend on by your experience. These all are depend on your knowledge. These all are depend on how you are going to interact with the public. Okay, you maybe your surrounding area. Take an example. Okay, so this is all by experience, depend on the age. Okay, one's own that perception is dependent. Like this is also depend on the parents also, family members. So how you are going to think on that, how you are going to um, uh, 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 take an example, experiment on that. Okay, for the purpose to analyze whether I am doing good or no. Okay, for the purpose to analyze yourself. Okay, this is also depend on your observation also, experimentation also. So depend on these all. Okay, it is very difficult to analyze one's own perception. Okay, like that it is very difficult to analyze end user perception. So that in generally customer perception of services is perception is a selection and uh, organization of material which stems from the outside environment at one time or the other to provide the meaningful entity we experience. The thing is, especially in services, customers' perceptions are very difficult because this is depend on the what kind of their expectations are there, and service delivery by the service organization, quality of the service organization, right? Price of the service organization, right? So depend on these all points as the end user they are going to perceive. Okay, so this is kind of perception is a selection. It's one's own end user selection and organization of material which stems from the outside environment. It creates maybe positive environment or negative environment depend on the providers. Okay, at one time or other to provide the meaningful entity we experience, what we are going to experience by maybe by positive word of mouth by the other end users, maybe negative word of mouth by the end users. So depend on, okay, how we are going to collect the information, how we are going to believe that, how we are going to think on that, depend on that as a customer, our perception is dependent. So next point is according to Joseph Ritz, he already given one particular definition to the uh, customer perception of service. That is, perception includes all those processes. It is one of the process. Why it is one of the process? Because he already believed that. Maybe some people they are not going to believe. As an end user, you believed, you are maintaining such a kind of trust, faithfulness in one particular company. Take an example in one service company. So it's depend on one's own individual ability to think on that particular service sector. Okay, so these are the steps, like maybe that person is already collected information by their colleagues. Okay, maybe by friendship circle, maybe by their family members, maybe by a public word of mouth. Take an example, and they already received the information about the any organization, any service organization, by seeing, by hearing, by feeling, by tasting and smelling, what I explained before 10 minutes back. This is as per according to Joseph Ritz. Okay, then next point is, that is, yeah, very important, that is model of consumer expectation and perception. See here, one question I need to ask to you people in the class, that is, Jaswina, I want to ask you one question.
Yes, sir.
See,
Yes, sir.
perception is depend on expectation, or expectations are depend on perception?
Expectations are dependent upon perceptions because not all the consumers will think in the same way.
Huh?
Like take the example of even corona.
Huh?
All the patients are treated in a very different way.
Yes.
Some will say you have to admit, some will say you can't treat only, but it depends on how strong one person is and If they have positive mindset, then they can face anything. So expectation.
You're unmuted, a speaker. Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Huh.
Yes, sir. So the your expectation, whatever you're going to expect, will depend on the perception, because you can't have perception depending upon expectation. It's a
See,
wrong point of view.
see, this is as per according to my knowledge, these two are interdependent on each other. If there is a expectations are good, your perception is good. Your perception is good, expectation is good. You are unmuted, Jasmina. You are unmuted. You are unmuted. Yeah, these two are no unmute. See, this is depend on how the person is going to perceive the things. Okay, so depend on that. This particular model is dependent. That is Battison's model of relationship among sources of consumer satisfaction with services. See, if there is a good expectations, if there is a good perception is there towards the organization, no doubt there is a end user satisfaction is there. There is a customer satisfaction is there. If expectations are more, perceptions are negative, take an example towards the service organization, means there is a good that is consumer satisfaction. No, never expect. So for the purpose to maintain end user expectations, for the purpose to maintain good perceptions, okay, to the end users, as a service provider, they need to maintain their good relationship with their clients. So that is the point that is coming under the this particular Battison model. Very, very important for our exam point of view. They will ask total 7-mark question, that is, what is Battison model of relationship, and explain in detail the steps of Battison model. See here, very, very important. When there is a positive word of mouth is there between the service providers and end users, so that gives the expected services. Again, it becomes very easy for yeah, this one service organizations to collect what are the expectations of the end users, what are the expectations of the service organizations. So once you identify the end users expectations, okay, and that links to the past experience, if you are good, again they will come back to you to take in services. If your quality of service is not good, if you are not delivered that such kind of services in the time, okay, again you need to, okay, concentrate on the, again you need to promote your service organization, like by giving advertisements or any by contacting your service personnel. So those are again depend on the perception and how they are perceiving about your services. This is going to happen by technical service quality. You need to concentrate on these. All are again interdependent. The point is only this much. Why I'm informing you means here Battison model of relationship among, the word itself that tells, the heading itself that tells Battison's model of relationship. Relationship in the sense you need to maintain good relationship between service organization as well as your end users. So those are depend on their past experience, how you given the such kind of service to the end user. Okay, again for the purpose to interact with them, again for the purpose to uh, uh, um, uh, what we are going to mention that already, that is by giving such a kind of promotional activities. Okay, again by for the purpose to give such a kind of services, you need to contact them. Okay, you need to identify their perception, and advertisement again that gives a good perception to the end user. If there is no any good advertisement, maybe in any media, take an example, okay, really that will impact on the end user perception. If there is a good advertisement, no doubt, okay, there is a good impact. Maybe if there is no good advertisement, there is a bad impact. So that will enhance the perception of the this one end user perception. related to service. So these all are depend on the again technical service quality. How you are going to give that such a kind of technical promotional activities. Okay, how you are going to maintain that particular services by giving call. Okay, maybe by emailing, or maybe by any media, or maybe by again maintaining such a kind of quality of services. Suppose take an example, Honda bike service people every 3 months, okay, they will send such a kind of particular emails to their end users. Means they are going to intimate them, maybe your vehicle date is near to take service, please come to our service sector and bring your vehicle and take service from our side. And they will give such a kind of benefits also, like by giving some any discounts to the end users. So such a kind of whatever interaction is there, okay, that build up good rapport and positive word of mouth, and that build up a good relationship between the end users and other and this one service organizations also. So like that here, for the purpose to maintain positive word of mouth, to maintain such a kind of relationship to the end user, okay, you need to you need to identify the what are the expectations are there by the end users. By identifying that, you need to collect that information by surveying the people about by their past experience by the end users. If there is any errors, if there is any need to improve in your service, take an example, by improving that, again you need to advertise that, improve that perception of the end users, okay. And then again you need to contact them and maintain that particular personal relationship between service organization and your end users by technical service quality. So this is what about the overall the relationship between how you are going to maintain that your service and how they are going to perceive that. So depend on this, okay, technically you need to maintain that quality of your service organization. So this is what about the Bayesian model of relationship among sources of consumer satisfaction with service. This all points once when they believe, yes, my organization is good, means that tells that consumer satisfaction is there with the service organization. Then what are the factors that influence customer perception of service? Very, very important. These are the major factors that influence customer perception of service. In that, first one is, what is that service? Encounter. Encounter in the sense, yes, Jasvina? Encounter means what?
So, Mini, taking whatever services are there, you're
Huh?
coming to the, so enabling the services, taking
Entering
the
into the
services, coming
services.
in,
It is an.
yeah,
It is
encounter.
also called as service encounter. Is also called as a dyadic process.
Yes, sir.
Dyadic process. See, I already mentioned in the last class. Mono means single. Di means two. Tri, tetra, penta, hexa. Okay, like that. Dyadic in the nature means, okay, service encounter is dyadic in nature. Dyadic means two persons. The relationship between the two persons. Here, two persons are service provider and end users. So service encounter is what about the consumer perception of service quality is primarily influenced by the service encounter. A customer estimates the quality of service throughout his or her interaction with a service provider. Maybe it is in generally it is also called as the interaction of service provider and end users for the
Consumer.
purpose to maintain such a kind of service quality to the service organization and to the even to the end users also. That's what service encounter. Encounters are means encounter means you are already there in the service organization to take that services and to give such a kind of service to the this one to the person. That's coming under service encounter. You are there already to take that service and that to give that such a kind of services. Service encounter. Evidence. What is the evidence to the service? As the end user, you are the evidence. Quality is the evidence. Okay. Then organizational image. How you are going to maintain your brand name in the society. How all customers are loyal to your service organization, that tells about your organizational image. Then what is the price? How you are maintaining such a kind of price as compared to your competitors? Yes or no? As compared to your competitor, your price is somewhat high. Means nobody is going to come to your organization to take such a kind of service. So for the purpose to compete, for the purpose to maintain your end users loyalty, okay, means your price should be similar or less within a set of standards. Okay, you need to give better quality of services within the price, then only it is very uh, important to maintain your service organization, and that vice versa influences the customer perception of service. Okay, to the end. I'll give you one example. Maybe there is a automobile service sectors are available, more mechanical persons are there. Take an example in the Belgaum city. Okay, suppose take an example. Okay, there is one mechanic. Okay, that person is going to for the purpose to change your bike oil. Take an example. Some people, they will take 250 rupees as a that their charges, and maybe oil change, maybe oil rate is approximately 400. Some people, for the purpose to maintain end user loyalty, they will ask only 500 rupees to what I'm telling, what I'm specifying here, only to change your bike oil. Take an example. Okay, means 400, that is oil price, and maybe that labor charge is 100, they will add. But if the person is not going to maintain any customer loyalism, take an example, they are going to charge 650. I'm not telling that is a quality. No, the thing is, it includes quality, it includes service, it includes loyalty, it includes relationship, everything. So depend on the person, the quality, the principles, the relation, the value, the dignity, what kind of behavior, everything. As a service organization, as a provider, you need to maintain these all qualities. Okay, so depend on these particular points. Okay, again, these are all are going to influence as to the customer to maintain their good perception towards the service sector. Then first I will take this one, your attendance photo, then I will take further steps. 1 minute. So along with these all points, okay, you need to maintain that good relationship with your end users, then only there is a meaning to the service organization. Okay. Then what are the strategies you are going to implement for the purpose to influence customer perception, for the purpose to improve customer perception? What are the major strategies you are going to implement to your organization as a service organization? Yes, Akila? Akila?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Explain what are the strategies you are going to implement to improve the customer perception.
Sir, we can help the employees with their problems. So if they have any issues with the services,
I am asking about the customer.
so the customers, sir, sorry, sir, customers. Sir, if they have any issues with the service, sir, we can help them with dealing with the issue and providing better services.
Okay.
So then we can
see, my first step is strategies for influencing customer perception. If I am the customer, suppose take an example, if my perception is totally good with related to one service organization, means, okay, as a service organization, they need to measure, they need to collect the information. By giving such a kind of service, you need to ask them about the service quality, and by analyzing that service quality with your end users, that tells whether they are satisfied or not satisfied. It's depend on the time delivery. Okay, delivery time is very precious here. You need to take very less time while you're going to give such a kind of service to your end user. Then second, the aim for customer quality and satisfaction in every service encounter, in interaction between these two, provider and end users. Okay, you need to, as a provider, you need to maintain that quality of service for the purpose to enhance the end user satisfaction. In that, you need to plan effectively how to recover. If there is any errors in end user satisfaction, you need to recover that. You need to ask what kind of particular their expectations are there, okay, when they are expecting such a kind of service delivery. Okay, everything you need to recover. Then second one is facilitate adaptability and flexibility as per the need of the end user. Okay, you need to adapt and you should be flexible as per the tastes of the end user, and encourage spontaneity. Naturally, you have to take that. Okay, yeah, you need to encourage to your providers as a service organization, as a owner of the company. Then help employees cope up with the problem of the customers. For the purpose to solve the customers problems, you need to cope up with your employees. You need to give them all the materials what is required. Okay, help employees to cope up with problem customers. And same thing, you need to manage the dimensions of quality at the encounter level. While they are going to encounter, means while you are going to interact with your providers and end users as a owner of the service organization, you need to manage the all dimensions related to the quality, related to their value of your customers, dignity of the customers, related to price, related to the product, related to everything. Think on each and every dimension and maintain that quality and maintain that flexibility. Okay, and reflect the evidence of services. You need to again give that back to your customers, like whether your quality is good or bad. Your quality itself that tells that the quality to the service sector. If the quality is not good, means there is no any evidence. If the quality is good, again they will come back to take such a kind of services to your organization. So these are the main strategies for influencing consumer perception. And meanwhile, you need to properly communicate and create a realistic image also. Before going to give any such a kind of service to your end user, you need to communicate with them properly. You need to communicate and create what is the realistic image is there with you. You need to communicate with them like what are the materials are there with you. You need to communicate like on what day particularly you are giving them delivery. Okay, on what day particularly you are giving them exactly that particular product to your end user. Okay, everything in detail you need to communicate. What is the price, everything. Then enhance customer perception of quality and value through pricing. I already mentioned, with respect to their perception of their quality or their expectations, you need to maintain that relationship by putting proper pricing to your organization. Means you need to cross verify with your competitors. Then only there is a meaning, and again they will become loyal to your organization, or otherwise it becomes very difficult. So these are the major 5 points what I discussed here. These are the major 5 strategies for influencing customer perception. So I discussed already up to here. Maybe in next class I'll start your service encounter. Then what are the points those are coming under the service encounter? What is the exact meaning to the service encounter by various authors like Solomon and Suprenant and Shostak, what they explained in their particular way. Okay, those are very, very important for our exam point of view. If there is any question, you can ask me. Only the time is there with me, only 20 seconds. You can ask me any question. Yes, Jasmina, Utica, Veena Ferreira. Yes, Jasmina, your voice is not clear. Your voice is not clear. Jasmina, your voice is not clear. Yeah, I'll take maybe remaining points in next class. Okay.